welcome to my channel. My name's Laura Mackey. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. If you follow me, you may have seen I've been sharing some alternatives with April's paper pumpkin kit called Lakeside Retreat, and I've shared lots of pictures, and I just thought it might be actually really handy for people to share actually some close-ups of the cards and showing you where I've cut and what I've cut, to make it a little bit easier to recreate them. My plan is each month is to be able to offer some alternatives, whether this time I think I made 7, whether it'll be 7 each time, it might be just 2 or 3, but just ways that you can alternatively use the kits, the products in the kit, and you can make some different cards. So you haven't got to make 3, if it's cards, you haven't got to make 3 identical cards. You can mix it up a little bit, and you might even go off piece yourself once you start playing. So let me turn my camera around and I will show you inside my box, which has got all my cards in it for safekeeping. And exciting, if anyone follows me, I have also got a new stand, so hopefully, fingers crossed, my camera will be nice and rather than So let me open up my paper pumpkin box. Obviously my box has already been opened, and inside my contents is all made up. For those that haven't maybe opened their kits yet, or haven't looked at purchasing a paper pumpkin, you normally get a lovely sealed box in some pretty baby blue tissue paper. On your first box you get the clear block to keep, you get an ink spot, so this one has the peaceful pine, and you have a stamp set to use. So let me get all my cards out. You also get instructions, envelopes. So this is the instructions that come with the kit. The pretty blue tissue paper. So let's put my kit and bits out of the way. Let me just find the originals. Where are my originals? That was an original. That was an original. And oh, I can't think what the other original was. Oh, this one. So these are the 3 originals that come in the kit. The instructions are in the kit. So the idea is that you make 3 of each of these. This is what you have the supplies in your kit for. This month's kit has a really masculine feel, although I feel like the bike could be for a lady too. I don't think it necessarily screams man vibes, especially with the little basket. Normally that's a feminine bike, isn't it? So yeah, so what is really lovely with these is they come with ridiculously cute packs of the cards. So this is why, so that one, oh, I've cut that one up because I wanted the back. I'll go more into that in a minute. So yeah, the backs, you know, the backs are as good as the fronts. So let me show you what I have done. First of all is what I added to this. I've added some linen thread. If you haven't got linen thread in your stash, why not? It's a staple in my stash, and use it on pretty much every card project I make. But then I've also included just some basic white card bases. Now there are some coordinating colours with this. Misty Moonlight, I think that's soft sea foam. So there are other colours, but I just went with a basic white card base. And to make them so they still fit in the envelopes, I cut cardstock to 21 centimetres wide by 14 centimetres high. So 21 centimetres wide by 14 centimetres high. And then I scored it in half at 10.5. So that then gives you, when you then cut, say I was going to cut this card base in half, I could then use that as a card front, which is what I have done here. So you can, in theory, you can get a lot more cards out of this if you wanted to. I haven't. I think I've still ended up with 9, maybe 10, 7. I've ended up with 10, so an extra one. So I'm an envelope short, but this size will fit in our standard C6 basic white envelope. So nothing is lost. So yeah, I want to just show you. So this one here, I've got the basic white card base. I've got the blue and white striped front with that printed element that I've stamped the, I can't think what you call them, bulrushes are they? And then the birds that I've stamped on. This one here. So I've cut here that card front. So this is the original card front. I've actually cut it. So I cut the boat off. Where's the one with the boat? Here. So this is how this looks. So that boat goes, you can see the boat. So I've then made it. So I've got 2 cards. And then I've used the wood grain. I love that wood grain card base. So there, I've then stuck that on the front and used the elements. Added a little bit of that gingham from, it was either from the border, one of these borders, or the back. That is like criminal on there, isn't it? So in theory, if I wanted to, I could chop that off, mount that on a card base, and then use that layer. So this one here, I've used that background, that wood grain background, stamped some of the bulrushes and the birds. Stamped them birds that time in Misty Moonlight, but you can stamp them in green. I've stamped them in green quite a bit. So that's on the basic white. Just showing you this one using that strip on the wood grain. So again, on a basic white card base, yeah, wood grain background, a little bit of trim. I think that little bit of trim, really, the little bit of linen thread really does give a lovely vibe, lovely feel with the sort of the wood and everything in that. I will say I run out of the little pebble embellishments, and I could have swore we had some of them back before, but I can't. I've obviously used them or sold them when they've retired, so I might add just some little embellishments on there. You can also, if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can actually purchase an add-on kit, which is quite cool, for £14. So that's something else. If you ever really love a kit, sometimes they sell the add-on kits. You don't get the clear block or the ink spot or the stamp set again. You literally just get the consumables, and that's £14. So next card, again, basic white background layer, card base, not background. The blue stripy, sort of really giving me coastal vibes, that. A little bit of the wood grain, one of the sentiments there. Just put me in that lodge, hey? Another one I forgot to use. I had one of these. I couldn't find it when I was making my card, so this hasn't got one, but you do get 3 of them. And then I found it. I stuck everything down and then I found it. So sod's law. Another one there using the little life jacket, waistcoat, oars, the little fish. Really lovely. And again, oh, that one uses the full card base. And then the last one is using, again, so I've trimmed that in half, so using a basic white and the back of one of them card bases. That seaside-y, lovely vibes there. Bulrushes stamped. Some of these is where I've gone a bit crazy. Like I've put 5 on this card. Stamped the seagulls. Yeah, a little bit of twine just wrapped around there a few times. And a thanks. So let me just, so I'm sure I got 10. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9, 10, 11. So I've got lots more. I've got 11. So originally it should be 9. I've got 11. And I could have made more, really, I think. But there, let me just turn the camera back around. New camera stand was a hit. I hope that has inspired you with your Paper Pumpkin kit to go a little bit off-piste, play around. I think what's nice about these Paper Pumpkin kit, you can just sit and make all the cards that the instructions provide, or if you're feeling a little bit creative, you can go a little bit off piece. And there are so many more alternatives. I've created on my Pinterest account, I've created a paper pumpkin folder where I've uploaded my pictures and I've been pinning other cards that other people have made as well with the Lakeside retreat kit. So yeah, fun. Any questions, please don't hesitate just to comment below in the box, little box at the bottom with comments. I'm not great at picking them up, so if I don't reply within a couple of days, find me on either Instagram or Facebook, or send me an email where I'm a little bit quicker on responding. I don't always get a YouTube notification for whatever reason. So yeah, thank you for coming by. Take care. Bye bye.